Today, I will be sharing with you how I swing trade the NASDAQ 100 using the volume profile. Now, if you're new to this channel, welcome first off, and you would realize that on this channel the main focus is swing trading. We stay in the trades for as long as possible, and whilst we're in that trade we make sure that we are analyzing and managing our overall side of the trade as effectively as possible, whether that be with a trailing stop or whether that be that we have really good visual indicators to let us know when we should do certain things and when we should not. So the last video that I did on this channel was roughly about 6 days ago, and we're going to be picking up from where we left off 6 days ago. Now, 6 days ago, market was in an upward momentum. It's still in an upward momentum, and what we're going to be looking for now is if there's going to be new opportunities that the NASDAQ is going to present that we can actually tap into again, right? So if you haven't been able to get in, maybe what we're going to be discussing today will give you an indicator as to when you could get in if you was interested in getting in, right? So with that said, we are going to go right now. We are on the weekly time frame, so we need to go back and look. So let's go back into a day and let's see what we have. So in a day, we can already see that opportunities is now being created to get in, right? What do I mean by opportunities? Well, the current candle that we're on right now, which is today's candle, is now pushing downwards, right? So if that's what's happening, that basically means there is a possibility we might be able to get in on a NASDAQ at a discounted price from what it is now. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to go a little bit further back, and we're going to adjust some of these levels as well, just to make sure that we have our best foot forward. So let's go to the 4 hour. Let's see what we can see there. So on the 4 hour, immediately I can see some type of consolidation going on in this area right now. Okay, you could say it could be some form of a channel, but at the moment it's too fragmented to be accurate. We need to go down a little bit lower. So we're going to go to the 1 hour. Okay, now on the 1 hour we can see that we do have some type of consolidation. Price did open today with a gap up, so as we can see that gap in the middle right here, it gapped up, and it's kind of sitting in what I would consider an ascending channel, right? So let's highlight this area. So we're going to highlight this area right now. Okay, so this is how it looks to me, right? This is how it looks to me. As time goes on during the day or possibly tomorrow, this whole structure that we have in this area will become a lot more clearer. And there's one or two things that I am expecting. I'm expecting either price to break downwards, or I'm expecting price to push upwards, right? And because this looks like it's a channel, there are certain levels that you could consider to say, hey, if price breaks above this level, you're gonna do XYZ. What I like to do is any highs and lows that are formed in this area right here, I like to ignore. Reason why I like to ignore it is simply put, it's unreliable. Okay, so I would need structures that are formed before this structure came into being. So for that, to look for a potential discount in NASDAQ right now, okay, I would be looking for either this level right here to be taken out, which is the high, and that is not a discount, by the way, probably fair value, and down here. Okay, and the discount that we're looking for would be sitting in this area right here. This is where we will find our discount. Okay, so we're going to put a price point on it. We're going to put a price point on that. And the price that we have is 22.899. No, sorry, 22.899.6. This is the level that we're looking for to be taken out, and then we can join it. And that's where we join it at fair value, right? And this is the point that we want to join it, okay? If it doesn't go below this level right here, and we're talking about a solid close, we could enter in with our longs from this location. And that would be 22.628.1, right? In saying that, we also need to keep an eye as to what's going on in this area right here, okay? Because this area is the low value area of the volume profile. This is the area that we're talking about, okay? And inside of this area, we have low value nodes, right? So we have a decent size low value node area right here, okay? So we want to keep an eye on this area, which is the best discount that we could possibly get, right? It will be in this area. And we have also a low value node area right here, and this is where price is leaving from, okay? So one of the things that you've done today is you've made a good decision by getting on to watch this video, because we can actually see a move that is happening in real time that we can take advantage of based on how it plays out. So I'm just highlighting the areas in question right now. So we have a low value node area up here. This is where price is leaving from, okay? And we also have a low value node area in this location also, where price could bounce from. So at the start of this presentation, I said that the discount area is over here, but there is another discounting area, and that discounting area is in fact right here, okay, where I've now put this new price point, which is 22.496.2. So if price breaks all the way down, depending on your overall sentiment, you can be like, okay, you want to take shorts, and then you could ride price all the way down to this level right here, okay? It's an easy thing to do. It's a no-brainer. You can actually do this, right? But if you're looking for long positions, you're going to require a bit of patience. And this is one of the most important parts of trading. It's the act of being in the market, but not being in the market. What do I mean by this? I mean exercising patience, right? Sometimes you just have to wait for your setup to arrive, supposing to taking all types of decisions. Reason being is the market is always going to be here. It's not going anywhere. It's always going to be here. Even if there was no internet, there's going to be the market is always going to be here. Why? Because the market was around before the internet was around, right? So what we're doing here is we're looking for best possible locations. So in this presentation right now, this is what I would say, right? To highlight the probability that price will be coming down to this low value node area, okay, we want to see this level right here taken out. That is 22.628.1. Once that level was taken down, we're waiting at this location right here to see if we're going to get a bounce. If we do get that bounce, it basically means that we've managed to secure price at a discount, and then we can continue to ride the momentum to the upside, okay? So that will be how I would approach the whole thing moving forward. This is how I would do it. So I would wait. I wouldn't really try to take sales from this location. I could, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. But I find that if you are able to play the waiting game in the market, you are rewarded a lot more than you would be just by hopping on to market reactions or market decisions on the fly. That's just my personal take on it, and that's based on the experience that I have gained through trading myself. So with all of that said and done, if you stayed with this channel up until now, or you stayed with this presentation up until now, I definitely appreciate you for that. And obviously, if you find the content useful, then I would expect you to do all the cool things that you're supposed to do. Just hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification, and drop us a like, right? And once you've done those three, obviously there is more videos on the NASDAQ that you could actually go into and backtest in your own time, just to see how accurate I am in regards to overall presentation, right? So they're all in the playlist, so you can go through and review them all in your own time, of course. So whilst you're doing that, I want to say thank you, and that's it for now, and I will see you all on the next one.